I regret. VP looks down her nose at Meghan's revealing dress on day one of Colombia tour. The air was thick with tension as Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, stepped out of the car on the first day of the highly anticipated Colombia tour. All eyes were on her as she gracefully made her way towards the eager crowd, confidently wearing a daring high-slit dress that left little to the imagination. However, one person in the crowd seemed particularly displeased with Meghan's choice of attire: the Vice President of Colombia, who was scheduled to officially greet the royal couple. As Meghan approached, the VP's brow furrowed and her lips pressed into a thin, disapproving line. It was clear she was not a fan of the Duchess's revealing ensemble. "I regret to say that I was quite shocked by Meghan's choice of dress today," the VP later told reporters, shaking her head in dismay. "As the representative of our country, I expect our guests to dress modestly and respectfully. Meghan's dress was simply too revealing and inappropriate for the occasion." The VP's words echoed the sentiments of many conservative Colombians, who felt that Meghan's outfit was a disrespectful and insensitive choice given the cultural norms of the country. Social media was ablaze with heated debates, with some defending Meghan's right to wear what she pleases, while others lambasted her for her perceived disregard for Colombian values. "It's not about policing women's bodies or telling them how to dress," argued one Colombian commentator. "It's about respecting the cultural expectations of the country you are visiting. Meghan should have known better." Meghan, however, remained unfazed by the controversy. As she greeted the VP and other dignitaries, she exuded an air of confidence and poise, seemingly unfazed by the disapproving glances and whispered criticisms. "Meghan is not one to be cowed by outdated societal norms," a source close to the Duchess told us. "She believes in using her platform to challenge outdated and restrictive dress codes, especially those that disproportionately target women. This was a deliberate choice, not a careless one." The day's events only seemed to further divide public opinion. While some praised Meghan for her boldness and refusal to conform, others felt she had disrespected the host country and its traditions. "It's not about policing women's bodies or telling them how to dress," argued one Colombian commentator. "It's about respecting the cultural expectations of the country you are visiting. Meghan should have known better." The controversy continued to simmer even as the royal couple moved on to their next engagement. Meghan's every move was scrutinized, with pundits and commentators analyzing her wardrobe choices and body language for any signs of defiance or disrespect. However, the Duchess remained undeterred. In a move that surprised many, she opted for an even more revealing outfit for the next day's events: a sheer, backless gown that left little to the imagination. The VP's face, once again, wore a deep frown as she greeted Meghan, her disapproval palpable. "I understand that Meghan is trying to make a statement, but this is simply too much," the VP told reporters, visibly troubled. "She is a guest in our country, and she should respect our cultural norms and values. I cannot endorse or condone her behavior." The debate raged on, with some applauding Meghan's refusal to be silenced and others lamenting what they saw as a blatant disregard for Colombian sensibilities. The Duchess, for her part, remained steadfast in her convictions, using her platform to challenge outdated dress codes and advocate for greater acceptance of diverse cultural expressions. "Meghan is not going to back down," the source close to the Duchess told us. "She knows that her choices are controversial, but she believes that it's important to stand up for her principles and use her influence to drive positive change." This is just the beginning of a much larger conversation about cultural understanding and respect. As the Colombia tour continued, the tension between Meghan and the VP only seemed to escalate. The two women, it seemed, were locked in a silent battle of wills, each unwilling to back down from their respective positions. The world watched with bated breath, wondering how this high-stakes standoff would ultimately play out. Would Meghan's bold sartorial choices prove to be a bridge builder or a divider? Only time would tell. One thing was certain, however: the Duchess of Sussex was not one to be easily cowed. She had made her statement, and she was prepared to stand by it, come what may.